Recently, I had the opportunity to go fabric shopping for the first time in about a year and a half. So I thought I would tell you what it's like to shop for all your sewing supplies in a foreign country. Currently, I live in Peru, and the place I want to tell you about is called Gamarra. It's located in Lima, and it's like one district or one county. It's several blocks long, and you can buy all kinds of sewing supplies, including the haberdasheries, not just the fabric. You can buy fresh fruit and vegetables. You can get shirts. You can get custom made ones, like with like embroidered or whatever sticker or emblem you want on it. You can get clothes there. You can get shoes. It's not all great. It's not like going to a mall. It's not all like great quality or anything, but the fabric district is a lot of fun. Oh, and you can also get some like knitting or crochet supplies. I have seen it. I've also seen the embroidery hoops, but I don't knit or crochet, so I can't talk to it. But on our last trip there, just this last week, I saw it. I saw it through the way, and I was like, oh, there it is. And I waved goodbye because I don't sew, or I'm sorry, I do sew. I don't crochet and I don't knit, so it wasn't of particular interest to me. Quick side note, my name is Alicia. I live in Peru, live and work in Peru, and I am into DIYs, daily adventures, and life abroad in Peru. So if you are interested in more videos like this topic, please let me know, and I would love to chat about it. Gamarra is, like I said, it's huge. There are lots of different sections to shop. You can shop outside on the street, and you can shop. There's also like a building that's 4 or 5 stories tall. I think it's at least 5, but I think there's another 1 or 2. I've only been up to like the 3rd or 4th floor, but there's a lot of different like sections that you can choose from. They have different quality and they have different pricing. But before we jump into that, I want to talk really quick about what to expect when going to Gamarra. It is not like going to Joann's. It is not like a safe space to go shopping. Yeah, it's not like a super safe district. It's not a place where I record a whole lot. I try to get a couple of videos to show you, but I try to do it very cautiously because I do not want to lose my phone. But it's like Disneyland for crafters. There's so much to go see. There's so much selection, so much good stuff. And if you go in there with a plan and a budget, you can get some really fun stuff. There's a language barrier if you are a foreigner, but it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Some tips for shopping in Gamarra: bring a large backpack or 2. My husband and I usually both each carry our own backpack, and depending on what we're shopping for, we may come out still with bags in our hands, especially if we like stop for, fruits and veggies on the way back, because you can get some cheap vegetables there. Next, set a budget. It's so easy to just buy a bunch of stuff because, oh, fabric's cheap, oh, this looks good, this is pretty. So I really, really recommend you go in with a budget and stick to it. Hold yourself to it, even if it's tempting. I know also, like, with the whole dollars and soles difference, that makes it even more tempting to not hold to the budget, because it's just like, oh, hey, 20 soles, but $5 for all that fabric. That's a steal, so make your budget, stick to it, hold yourself accountable, and then have a plan of what you want to get that day, but be a little flexible. As we mentioned before, it's not always easy to find exactly what you're looking for, especially since these fabrics, they don't come with a tag. They don't come with the bolt. It's not Joann's. You're not going to get that whole write-up of like, this is blah, blah, blah % cotton and blah, blah, blah % whatever. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have all that info. So just be a little flexible, but do have your plan. Do go in there going, I want this specific kind of stuff so that you can find the right direction. Because if you don't go in with that, you could spend so many hours in there and it just gets overwhelming, frustrating. You get hungry. Nobody likes to shop hangry unless you're at the grocery store. You don't have your plan. Know that you want to go get specific something so you can head in that direction, and then do your best to stick to that plan and just be like, okay, you know what? Do I know exactly what this is? No. Am I having fun shopping? Yes. That's all that matters. Next, be cautious so that you don't get robbed. I either recommend that you don't bring the stuff with you. If you can avoid it, don't bring your cell phone. Don't bring your wallet. Maybe just bring your money in your front jeans pocket or something. But be very careful because you can get pickpocketed here so easily. Or I would recommend wearing something specific that you can like keep your money and your phone or whatever safe in it. I recommend something like this. This is a travel vest that I made, and this pocket right here is zippered and it goes all the way through. I actually have it zippered on this side. I can link the blog post below, but it has, it's just a zipper. You could carry your phone in here, zip it up, and it'll be very secure. It's not easily pickpocketed. It's also reversible. Or something like this. I have this Sanita sweater that I've had for probably 6 years, something like that. It has like this zipper pocket here, which I carry cash in because it sits very discreet. It's not bumpy by any means. And then my absolute favorite on this is this zippered pocket, same exact as my travel reversible vest. It was kind of inspired by this pocket, but this one is better hidden. Once it's zipped, it blends in very well, and so it's a great place to put it. And it's not like a super loose zipper, so it's not easy for somebody to just like come in and steal it for you. But don't like take your phone out in public. In Gamarra, it's not safe. Another option could be this windbreaker. Maybe don't get bright red, but it also has a hidden zippered pocket here. I really like this pocket. Apparently my receipt's in here. It works really well. You can zip it. It's very lightweight. And the cool part about this part is not zippered, but you can stick your hand in, and you can feel the other pocket, the zipper pocket. So if you walk around with your hands in your pocket, basically the whole time you can be like, yes, my phone is here, and I can hold my phone, and I know my phone is here, and I am safe. So that's my recommendations if you're going to go shopping in Gamarra. And if you do, you gotta let me know how it went. Please don't tell me you got robbed, but I need to know. I need to know all the details about how fabulous it was. But I hope you love it. I want to show you some of the stuff that how I planned to go here. I didn't want to just shop and purchase anything and everything. I'm trying not to, to break that habit. About 15 months ago, I put out a challenge on my blog to challenge creators to use up their stash, their crafty stash, because I think it is so easy for us to shop and shop and shop, and then we never use up stuff. And I'm not saying you have to use up everything. Have the buttons on hand, have sewing needles on hand, have elastic and stuff like that. But with this challenge, I knew we were going to move very soon. So I was like, I'm going to use up as much as I can. So I just put out this challenge, and I'm sure I was the only person who was doing this challenge. I don't think anybody ever read the blog post or anything, but I put this challenge out and I didn't stop. It was a 6-month challenge. I didn't stop when the 6 months was up. I just kind of kept going and put out as many scrap fabric blog posts as I could, scrap fabric project, anything and everything I could to just use up everything I have. So that's why I haven't gone shopping in about a year and a half. Anyways, I had challenged myself to use everything up, and that's what I've been doing most of the time. So now, a year and a half later, I was like, you know what? You can go shopping, but you have to have a budget and you have to have a plan. Don't just go in and purchase anything and everything that's pretty. Have a project in mind. Now, that being said, I gave myself a decent budget, so I was like, hey, if you see something pretty, you can get it, but you can't go hog wild and get 1,600 different things. So I have this art board on Pinterest, and in there, anytime I see something that's like, ooh, I could probably make that, or ooh, that's cute, just put stuff in there. That board is getting out of hand. And I've challenged myself at the beginning of the year to kind of clean that board out. So I've been going in and saying like, hey, realistically, do you want to make this project? No? Okay, get rid of it. Was it just pretty for a second? Or what is attractive to you about this? So I'm really challenging myself about that. Okay, so here is what we got. I got this mesh fabric. That was, I believe, 12 soles per each meter. And I got 1.5 meters and 1.5 meters. I've already made a tulle, like a layering piece with this mesh shirt, but I didn't have mesh. I used a stretchy tulle, and I took it on vacation with me, and in 2 weeks, I believe I wore it 8 times. So I said, okay, that's justifiable. You can make another one of these. I don't like to make another project or another version of a project if I'm not going to use it. So this one, I knew I could justify it. I got 1.5 meters, 1.5 meters. I think it was like 12 soles, so like $4. Well, I guess $6 and $6. This one's like this cool cloudy, dark. This one's kind of gemstone-y, very pretty. I have been wanting to make kind of like a ruched top, and there was a ruched top, or she ruched for the longest time. It was a ruched top, and then the closer I looked at this picture when I had the fabric, that was literally almost exactly the same as this one ruched top. It's been in my artboard forever. I liked it, but when I looked closer at the picture, I didn't like it anymore. But I was exploring on that website, and they had so many pretty things. One of their dresses is really pretty, has lots of ruching and everything, and it has these cool sleeves. It's a mini dress. I don't wear mini dresses. I have too much leg for that. But one of them, it's kind of, theirs was kind of like a color, kind of like one of these combined. It was a lighter blue, but it was very pretty, and that gave me a lot of inspo. So I have a lot of inspiration for this one, and I've created my own imagination for it. So I got a lot of that. It's one of the only places that gave me a receipt. So I got 4 meters for 9 soles each. I spent 36 soles on all of this. I have no idea what kind of material it is. While we were out there, I also found interfacing. I don't remember what we spent. Last time I got interfacing, it's really hard to buy interfacing in Spanish, okay? Like, I'm not skilled at buying interfacing already. And then you go and they just have like 50 different rolls of different textures and widths of interfacing, and I have no idea what to purchase. So last time I bought 2. One was way too thick. One was decent, but it was still pretty much too thick. So I tried to get a different, thinner one. I think it was 2 soles for each meter. So I spent, maybe 8 soles, maybe $2 there, maybe something like that. The problem is in Peru, they don't really give you receipts for a lot of things, so it's really hard to keep track of all these things. And you're like, oh yeah, what did I get there? No idea. And I didn't have time to write anything down. We were busy. This one, I do know the cost of that. I made my friend a tulle overlay dress, and I loved how it turned out. But I still have all those inspo ideas in my artboard because I've wanted to make myself one. I got this hot pink one. I was debating between black and hot pink, and I was like, if you're going to make a statement dress, yeah, might as well go with the statement color. It was 5 soles each meter, and I bought 4 meters of fabric, so about $5 worth. I can't decide if I want to make a dress that's exactly like the one I've already made for my friend. It has these tie straps that make a bow, and it's super cute. I already have a blog post up about that one, so I'm still debating how I want to make it. And I have about 5 different tulle overlay dresses in my artboard, so I have lots to choose from, and Frankenstein my own best version. If you want to make like sweatshirts, you want like this type of material, you want a 100% cotton to make t-shirts, if you want anything like that, or a waffle knit, I've never ever found it in the building. I've always found it on the street. However, they don't sell it by the meter. They sell it by the kilogram. And some of them will sell you 1 kilogram, which you should always try to ask, like, hey, approximately how many meters is in a kilogram? And it's usually like 2.5 sometimes, something like that, or 3. I don't know. It really depends on the material. On our last trip, I was looking for a waffle knit. I could not find it when I went shopping about 1.5 years ago. And this year, like, I came back and I'm like, yes, okay, I'm gonna find my waffle knit. But I found it. I found the most perfect waffle knit. I finally found it. And the guy laughed at me because I asked to buy 1 kilogram. And he told me he would not sell it to me for less than 5 kilograms. I am one person, and I have my husband. I do not need 5 kilograms of waffle knit. And I wanted to pick and choose my colors and everything. So it's just something to keep in mind. But you can get that stuff, and they have really nice quality, and I don't know, the materials are great and everything, but sometimes you'll find that they sell it in huge, huge packages, and it just doesn't work for you. Not packages, like huge bundles, It's too much. So they may laugh at you if you don't want to buy 5 kilograms. The people who are buying the 5 kilograms are usually selling cheap shirts at Gamarra too. So that's kind of why they're selling it. Next, I got this. I think it's a fleece. It's very huge. I have never sewn with this material before, but I've been wanting to make some pajamas for my husband and I. We're going matchy-matchy because we're cool like that. I think I spent like 42 soles on it. If I find the price, I'll let you know. But we got a bunch, and I hope that's going to be enough. I have a sewing pattern that my sister gifted me for my birthday from Simplicity. I'm just going to use that and make these 2 sets. It's a matching top and bottom set with zippers and cargo pockets and all the things. Okay. And then while we were still in the street, and that was how we kept the budget so low because everything was a lot cheaper down there. I think this is the last one we bought down there. Yeah, the other 3 I got somewhere else. This one, it was kind of, I don't know what it is. It's stretchy. Hold on, it's stuck together. Got this one. It's kind of like a Hawaiian colors and stuff, kind of. I don't know what it is. They didn't tell me. I don't know how much I got. I think this is the receipt from there. This is the only other place that gave me a receipt. If it is that one, I think it is 2 meters at 13 soles each. So I spent 26 soles. I'm pretty sure this was for this one because I remember them giving me a receipt. I don't remember anybody else giving me a receipt. So 26 soles. We spent, less than $10 for that. And then moving on to the building, there's this huge building. It's like 4+, at least 4 stories. I don't think I've ever even been up past the 3rd floor. They have so much in there, and it tends to be more expensive. It's more luxury stuff. They have a lot of really fun stuff in there. Like if you wanted to make prom dresses, quinceañera dresses, anything like that, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I've bought lots of stuff in here. We don't usually go the other way. It's probably safer to be in here because you're in the building and everything. But if you start there, your budget will fly a whole lot faster. So we just kind of went there when we couldn't find the other stuff that we were looking for. We tried to, shop the cheaper section first and see if we could find what we were looking for. And this is where we went afterwards. So what I got was I really wanted to get a denim because I'm going to make my husband and I some cargos. This is also one of those patterns that my sister gifted me for my birthday. I got this nice denim. It's a very heavyweight denim, which I'm very happy about. I don't think there's any stretch. Usually the denims we see are a little cheaper, and they're very stretchy and they're very thin, and there's not a lot of options. We spent 24 soles per each meter, and we bought 4 meters, so about $25 for that right there. In my artboard, I have a bunch of like cargo inspo ideas. So I'm going to try to kind of take the cargo pattern I have and tweak it to kind of get some of those things I want, like the deeper pockets, or one of them has ribbon ties at the bottom and other cute designs. And then in here, we also found this really pretty, what is this, embroidery? I think it's embroidered, or is it eyelet? I don't know. We found this really pretty pink fabric. I have 2 inspo pics for it. One's a child's dress that I saved probably a year or 2 or more ago, and I think it's too cutesy for me, so I'm probably not going to make it, but for some reason I really like the picture, and I think it's the color of it that I like, so I've saved it for forever. And then the other one is more of a recent addition to my artboard, and it's just really pretty, long sleeve, same like, pink, and has all the eyelet details and everything. So I did something like that. This one was more expensive, and I tried to buy 3 meters, but this was all they had left. I bought like a 2.6 of a meter, and I think it was 25 soles each, so we spent like 62 soles on it because they didn't have the full 3 meters. And then finally I bought this one. I don't remember how much we spent on it. And this is another one of those ones that I don't totally have a plan for. It was just pretty. It looked like a lot of fun to play with. So this is one of the ones I don't have a plan for. And the almost Hawaiian-y one is one I don't have a plan for, but they were pretty and they were fun, and so I was like, let's go for it. So I think that's all the fabric I purchased. You should see this mound of fabric right here. It's this tall. After you shop for your fabric, you obviously need to go get your elo, your thread. So that's where we went next. I bought a kind of a gold brown for the denim jean. I bought a pink for the pink one and the Hawaiian-y looking one. And then I did buy an ivory, and then it flew. I bought this one for the pajamas because I didn't have a blue like that. I have a lot of other, this is how we typically buy it in Gamarra. It's like $2.50 or $3.50 for one of these, and to buy the small spools of thread is just this cost or more, or it's just not worth it. They're so itty bitty and you fly through it. So I have a bunch of these left over from other projects, but it's like $2.50 or $3.50, so I'm paying like 75 cents for these. So it's worth it. It's a lot more worth doing something like that. And then I got a new pair of scissors because my cat dropped my other scissors on the floor, my brand new scissors on the floor. She dropped them, and now it has this funny, it catches in the middle. It doesn't do what it needs to do anymore. So I bought some new scissors. I bought a bunch of elastic for the pajamas and other stuff. This is elastic for the elastic waistband, for cuffs. And I also I've been wanting to buy these for a while, some really cool funky shaped buttons. I also bought these buttons. I don't remember why. I just remember telling myself I needed them. I think it's for the cargos. I think so. I think that's what those are for. And then I got a new pair of sewing snips. One's actually for my husband, for his chickies. And then I have one for me. I am attempting to try using I think it's a heat erasable, or no, she said, let's see, blah, 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 blah. It's supposed to, markings disappear automatically. Use eraser for immediate removal. So this one's supposed to hypothetically be better because my cat always breaks my sewing chalk. But I did buy a bunch of new sewing chalk, and one of them's already broken. So, yay me. I bought a bunch of new ones. I really like these ones better. Actually, multiple of them are already broken. Awesome. I bought a bunch of new ones because they break very quickly on me. Point in case, they didn't even make it home. And then, oh, do I know how much I spent on them? Sorry. These are 2 for 1 sole. So 25 cents. And the elastic, I don't remember how much the elastic is. It's not very expensive. I think I spent 13 soles for the 2 of them. The 2 that I got, and I think I got 4 meters of each, the 2 elastics. This one's the same, like 1 sole for 2 or a sole 50. I think this was 4 or 5 soles. These ones were 3 or 5 soles. This one was $2.50, I think. Where did the other one go? This one was more expensive. I want to say they were like 13 soles or 12 soles, something like that. So this one was more expensive, but I wanted them, so. And then this one, I think it was 25 soles. And this one, since it was bigger, I think it was 5 soles, while these are like $2.50, like I said, or 3 soles, something like that. And then I bought some sewing needles because I needed some new ones. It's 3 or 5 soles, something like that. And then I bought 3 meters of, what is it called? I don't remember the word in English. What is the word in English? Horsehair. I bought horsehair. I have a dress that is an all finished except the very bottom hem because I needed the horsehair. And then finally, I bought a bunch of zippers. This one is for my pink embroidered one because I'm probably going to make a dress maybe. And then these are for the pajamas. And then these are for the cargos. That's what I bought. Do you remember how much we spent on the zippers? Like 2 soles each. Or $2.50. So that's like in US, it's like 50 cents. So that's $1. You know, another $1, $3, $4, like $4.50 in zippers. I think that's everything. I don't think I'm missing anything. So there's everything. I will say you gotta be careful don't go up to the zipper counter that has 20 people at it and then be like, I'd like to buy 1 zipper. Like I do. You will irritate some people. If you go on a slow day, no biggie. There's this one spot that we've gone before when there's been like 10 people at the counter and they won't take the time to help us because I'm like, hi, can I pick and choose 1 or 2 zippers? They won't take the time to do that. To them, it's a waste of time. But if it's a slow day, they'll be patient with you and they'll help you. If there's nobody else there, they'll be like, yes, what do you need? But most people going in there are buying that full bag of zippers. And I don't know what to do with a full bag of zippers. You just make sure you go to the counter that's not drowning in people if you are not planning to buy in bulk. I think that's all I have to tell you today about it. Let me know what else you'd be interested in learning about, whether sewing or Peru or the 2 combined. I'm excited to work on these projects and do these things that I've been planning for a while.